Your beloved, your treasure, your desired partner might have made a statement. Yes, I only want the affair. I don't want more. I only want the friendship, nothing more. I don't want a relationship. I am not interested in a committed relationship, a long-term partnership. Or also said, I don't want to enter into a relationship with you anymore. And now let's take a look at that. Whether that's really true? Because you might be asking yourself, well, wait a minute, is that even true? Because there's something there, somewhere. There's this spark when we see each other, when we have contact. Something always sparkles between the two of us. Or even if you don't have contact, you still feel this connection, this attraction, and you don't know, well, is it just an illusion? Or is there really still something between the two of you? And yes, let's take a look now, whether it's true, the statement, whether that's really the case, that he doesn't want more than friendship or F+, an affair, or that he doesn't want a relationship with her anymore. Dear ones, you know, we are a collective. The person cards are gender neutral. This is a counterpart, both male and female. And collective readings cannot apply sun to everyone and may not be 100% accurate. But I know you take what resonates with you. Also adapt the person cards for you and your situation. And you also know when I give examples of situations, then yes, when I mention situations here, they are examples. And you, as I said, you adapt it. And I always find that so fantastic. So, but now, let's get started, I would say. So, what do we have here? We have the Page of Cups. Okay, well, but the Page of Cups already clearly shows that there is something there. I have these emotions, even if he is so cool, maybe towards you, or if everything is a bit overwhelming. And this, yes, but inside him there is also a bit of doubt. So let's take a look, because somehow there is also curiosity to be seen in him. But what I find truly wonderful is that we have a very strong spiritual closeness between the two of you. I only see the insecurity in him. Doubt, insecurity. And so I would say it gets interesting. Let's go. So what do we have here? Wow, look at that. We have the Five of Cups again. Five of Cups. It also shows up here. Yes, so there is definitely some regret involved and a disappointment. So, an inner disappointment. So somehow it seems he is in a process that is painful for him. But he regrets something. As I said, we are addressing the question of whether he really meant it seriously, that he only wants an affair or just friendship or no relationship at all with her, or wants a relationship at all. So there's something he regrets, something is going on inside him. What else do we have? We have the page, the page again, Page of Swords. Page of Swords, okay. So, with your loved one, there is definitely an inner conflict visible. And he somehow knows in your direction there is something that is unfair. Unfair, what he said to you, maybe how he treated you. So, there's definitely something there. That is a bit, we have here a deception. So I quite like this in response to the question now. That there's something, this has to do with deception. But we have curiosity again. By the way, the curiosity lies with the pages. And it is wonderful to see that somehow new ideas, something else, especially what is going on there, like the truth, what exactly is there? So, the uncertainty, but something. What emerges here with the truth? Maybe something he didn't want to see all along. So, let's check what's going on there. Okay. Yes, he likes to sneak his way through a bit here. The boy. Or the girl, depending. But what I find absolutely fantastic here, really wonderful, is that you are already in his thoughts. So he hasn't forgotten you yet. There's a bit of a struggle here. And there's this. Yes, always retreating, showing something different. So it's very, very interesting how the whole thing is starting off here. We will definitely keep watching to see what else reveals itself here. Okay, then we need something here for the teaching. Fantastic. I would like to add one more here. And another one there. Good. So as I said, it's going absolutely fantastic. Let's go. We have you here in his main energy, in his thoughts. You are still absolutely a topic for your counterpart. No matter what you see from the outside now, we're going to check now because something is still struggling here. And as I said, he shows you something completely different from the outside. And now let's take a look at what's really going on there. For him, the past is a very big issue. Old behavior patterns are really an absolute fact here. He keeps running away from it all. He has always shown you something different. I'm not saying completely, but when it comes to your connection, we have it clearly. When it comes to your connection regarding relationships, regarding feelings, I find him in dishonesty. In dishonesty, he has made excuses and has repeatedly run away from it in a relationship because he or she doesn't really trust themselves whether he or she can fully commit to a relationship with you. That's where we are at the topic of meeting on equal terms. He has already told a bit of untruth here in his environment. I have focused him a bit on this outside, the public, very strongly, lying his finances as well. So it could be one thing or another, we are in the collective, but I have this sneaking through here. And when we look there, he always doubts. He actually feels small compared to you. He feels as if he cannot meet you on equal terms because he sees you as a wonderfully fantastic person, man or woman, as I said, collectively. And it's like, wow, there are so many feelings there. And he doubts whether he can even give you that completely. And there we have a constant stress factor for him, constantly retreating, constantly running away. But he's really running out of breath from running away. And there we have the insecurity. The insecurity we saw earlier, we have it again. The insecurity of doing something wrong. Because fundamentally, as big as he might present himself to you, he's not actually that big. He only shows you that on the outside. Like this, no, I just want maybe an affair or just friendship here now. Or no relationship at all. Never. I say definitely no after this reading. He really wants more. But he keeps running away from himself, thinking he's doing something wrong. And then the whole thing falls apart again. Because your loved one has issues and it's something he didn't want to admit to himself the whole time. That you mean more to him than he has been telling you all along. And then it's also like this relationship, yes, but if it falls apart again, oh my God, what then? There, I say, he's a bit of a fool because he's doing quite a lot here. Places importance on the outside. Oh God, what then? How will I be seen? But I also have this realignment that the change with him, that he comes to this reflection where he still doesn't really believe himself, is it true or not? Because we really have feelings, emotions also emerge intensely with your loved one. And then we have another point, well, it can also just be one point. That is what he told you. There we have a bit of narrow-mindedness. Yeah, great. How do I revise the whole thing? Because now again, because I have the encounter between the two of you, if it has already happened, maybe not currently or now, currently on a friendship level, for example, or just occasionally, contact. In that case, it affects him more, and he doesn't know how he can somehow keep his house of cards standing. Especially, yeah, great. I've been saying this the whole time, but how do I manage to revise the whole thing now? And above all, the contact that you both have or had has always completely touched his heart. And then it might be that he quickly withdrew again. There was contact. It was wonderful. Also, the meeting was. And bam, he disappears again into oblivion. Where you naturally think, well, tell me, am I being used by you now? I tell you, after this collective reading, it's not that he is using you, because it's like he's on the verge of becoming completely soft, like a little child. He can no longer maintain his facade and then retreats again for safety. Because he's afraid of doing something wrong, afraid that he will lose you again. I mean, well, he can naturally assume now, if this back and forth continues all the time, that he will really lose you completely if he doesn't make a decision or finally gets moving. But regarding the question whether it's an affair, friendship, or relationship, if he said there, no, I only want the affair, I only want a friendship, or I don't want a relationship at all, or no longer want the relationship with you, I tell you that's not true. Because he's lying to himself. He also told you something untrue. He just doesn't know how to get out of this now, because he might have been saying for a long time, no, I don't want it anymore. So I have issues from the past and also from that time in the past. Here they lie. That means he might have been saying that for quite some time. So, and now this pew, how small, how stupid do I look then? So, metaphorically speaking now, what's lying there? He sees himself. He doesn't really know how to tackle this here. And I tell you, okay, you decide, please freely for yourself what you do. But I wouldn't rush towards him now. So don't make the path too easy for him after this collective reading. I wouldn't do that. Instead, you just turn like, lean back and say, okay, I'm going to eat chips, popcorn, or whatever you want, and relax. Lean back and say, I'm not leaving him alone anymore, floundering around. I'm not letting him zoom around completely with his helicopter in his nursery, because that's how it is inside him, from what I see here. This trying to wriggle out of it and there, how do I do that? And back and forth, because he is already in the process of finding a solution. New ideas are also being shown here again, because we already have him there. I have him completely in my thoughts. Again and again, the retreat. Yes, but there is increasingly more activity to get out of here, because there is a tremendous change happening within you. We are on the emotional level, and this clear view, as I said, is still struggling a bit back and forth, but definitely the statement that it's just an affair or something else I mentioned earlier is not the truth, because your beloved actually wants a relationship with you. And he knows that, and that is certain. For him, yeah, it is certain. He's just struggling a bit back and forth all the time because he doesn't know how to go about it. But he will come to a solution. He will find the solution because he is already on the path to the solution. Because the solution is clear, it's love, and he feels it, and he is taking that path. Here I tell you in this reading, your beloved is taking the path of love, and the love is completely with you. Then let's take another look here at what else we get. So we have the 5 of coins. 5, the coins say, okay, I am still uncertain. I have a fear of loss. I am afraid that I will lose you again because I am doing something completely wrong here. Because I might be showing you all my bad habits, especially facing this truth, that I have felt more for you all along than I ever told you. Or when I told you I no longer have feelings. For you, then that is not true either. And there we have the issue. As I said, he is also afraid of being rejected by you because he has somewhat overshot the mark here at times, but he is truly in this hope. Hope. And now I'm in the realm of hope that he finds the solution, that you still want him and do not reject him. The path. The solution is the call of his heart, and he will follow the path of the heart. So now we have the 8 of Wands. I find the 8 of Wands absolutely fantastic because it fits perfectly here. We are completely in the midst of change, in realignment, and we have action, we have swift action. A pleasing development in your direction. As I said, whether you still want him is your decision. You can decide freely for yourself. There is still a bit of delay, as there is still something, because he is not quite practiced in finding a good solution. Because, as I said, he is internally swirling around like a hurricane thinking, oh my God, what am I doing? And pure chaos. And then he might really just sit down for a moment. and eat a bag of chips and drink beer or something else. And tells himself, okay, I'll just watch here now. Television, and then it doesn't let him go. Because eventually, something always reminds him of you. So, and then the whole spiral starts all over again. As I said, he will find a solution. We have activity here. We have change, the realignment. And it's the same if it's in communication. You might not immediately get the next message or at the next meeting or something. But you can expect good news just as he hopes to be able to expect good news from you. Dear ones, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching and wish you a wonderful rest of the day. Goodbye.